Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some more Premier Cup battles. This time we're going to be focusing on Escavalier. So this thing is actually going to be very good, being that bug and steel type, and it does have an, of course, massive weakness, which is going to be fire. And we're going to be going over that as we take a look at these battles, as well as going over its good matchups and its losing matchups, according to Pvpoke here. So the IVs on mine are going to be, pretty decent for the Ultra League. And then I do have a completely maxed out one for the Master League as well, with not the best IVs, but hey, it is what it is. Heading over to Pvpoke, we'll get into the commentary here in a moment. It is going to be ranked 8 in the Premier Cup, good up against Venusaur, Swampert, Snorlax, Lapras, and Empoleon, to name a few. It's also going to be great up against Obstagoon, being both dark and normal, with that counter on the Escavalier. So pretty good lineup, I would say. Those are frequently used Pokemon. For the losses, we do have Gyarados, Togekiss, Gallade, Poliwrath, and Charizard. Charizard is going to be an obvious loss for sure. Some of these other ones can not necessarily be worked around, but you can put up a bit of a fight. Going up against Gallade, you can hit it with the Mega Horn, which is going to be doing big damage, as well as Gyarados. Togekiss, you might as well just go for Mega Horn as well. For the Charizard, just go for the Drill Run, but then again, if you are running Aerial Ace, I mean, you could do that for neutral damage. You're not going to be getting stabbed, but at least you're going to be able to hit them and do some sort of chip damage. Now, taking a look at the entire meta, it is holding up quite well with a decent 70% here. Now, the Pokemon that are going to be able to counter it quite well are going to be Gengar, and then apparently Mega Gengar, which is not going to be doing as well as the regular Gengar. And you want to know why? That is because of the nerf Megas are going to be getting. That is just simply going to be making their stamina not that great and lesser than their original form. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff, right? Okay, so anyways, just doing a few simulators to see. I was a little confused, like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Okay, anyways, so focusing on to these battles here, up against Lapras. Now, we're getting hit by super effective ice shards. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, maybe thinking they were going to hit us with an ice beam, but it was just a surf, so they baited us there. We're just going to go ahead and go for that power whip onto the Venusaur here. I mean, I didn't really want to do that, but they caught it. Very nice. So we're going to be making a swap into Escavalier, which is going to be able to absorb pretty much everything they throw at us, right? We're going to have that massive resistance to the Frenzy Plant, but as you can see here, it is still chipping away because Frenzy Plant is just that dang strong in this game. All right, so hitting it with a Drill Run, and we're able to farm down, which is big. We do have a lot of energy loaded on this thing. What are they going to be coming back into the battle with? Let's see here. And it is going to be that Lapras. All right, so they're getting off their charge move. Surf is most definitely going to take us out. We're going to shield this up, and we get off like one more counter. Go for the Drill Run here. Let's see if we get a shield. They let it go through. Can we counter it down? Come on, we are able to. Or did they make a swap there? We're just going to be going for the Drill Run again here onto that Swampert. This is not looking good whatsoever because we have a Charizard in the back and we have no more shields. So yeah, we have the Tangrowth. I mean, has a bit of health, so this was our saving grace, to be honest with you. They're going to be throwing their energy here. I think I make the big mistake of go back in here thinking I can counter it down, which I just let them farm a little bit more. And now they have a Hydro Cannon, which is not going to completely KO us. And we're able to still win with the Charizard. And we take out the Swampert. Let's get it, folks. That was a close one there. All right, moving it on to the next one here. We're met with a Charizard. Now, this is a very interesting one. So if you're thinking, well, your team's very weak to fire, you're pretty much screwed here. Not necessarily. Actually, Tangrowth beats Charizard, guys, because of Rock Slide and Vine Whip charging it up so fast. So as long as I invest the shields, I should be able to come out on this. I did let the first charge move go through, so we're going to be shielding up that Blast Burn there. And they're going to be getting off another charge move, which is just going to be a Dragon Claw. Now let's see if they want to commit to these shields, and then we'll just go in here with the Charizard and see if we can work around this. They let it go down, one-shotted them with that Rock Slide. Amazing. What did I say? Tangrowth. So that is kind of like my anti-fire, I suppose, is the Tangrowth's Rock Slide. Other than that, Charizard, to some degree, I guess, is going to have to do something because Escavalier is certainly not going up against those. So we're met with a Lapras here. We did go for the Drill Run, getting their last shield, and we're going to be going for another Drill Run here. Not going to KO, bringing them very low. Unfortunately, they're able to get off another charge. I think Alright, I was going to say, I think I shield this. I don't. Okay, great. They have two. That is exactly why I didn't. It would have been a waste. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Charizard. Fantastic. They have a Venusaur in the back. This is not completely our game yet, but Yeah, basically it is. So we're just going to go ahead and let that go through, hitting them with a Blast Burn. And then we're going to be able to take out the Lapras with just a couple of quick moves here. Or just one and taking the win with the Charizard. Fantastic. Alright, so moving it on here. Let's go ahead and focus a little bit more on the Escavalier. Alright, so this is a very fun matchup here for the Tangrowth because, I mean, we're taking neutral damage from the Dragonite. It's going to be hurting. So we're going to go ahead and shield this first one up. That Dragon Breath is sure going to be adding up very quickly here. But thanks to Vine Whip and Rock Slide, we have a little bit of a, I don't know, something to combat this thing here. And it will, in fact, take it out. It will do a ton of damage. So let's see if we can get 2 shields out of them and see if they want to farm us down. They're going to be committing 2 shields to that Dragonite, farming us down. So they have a good amount of energy here. We could go Escavalier, I guess, but I think it's best to just go Charizard and then hit them up with those Dragon Claws here. So we're going to go ahead and let this Dragon Claw go through. And yep, our Charizard's getting very low, so we're going to have to put a lot of our reliance on the Escavalier here. So we're going to swap into absorb this not very effective Dragon Claw onto the Steel type Escavalier. Going to go ahead and farm it down and gain a bunch of energy. So let's just hope they don't have a Charizard back there. It's a Snorlax. 1. Perfect. Alright, well, wonder what they have in the back. Maybe a Venusaur? That would be fantastic. Alright, but it's not looking the best here. We're getting a little low on our health. So we're going to have to farm this thing down, but they decide to swap, and it is going to be a Lapras here. So I don't know about this one. Escavalier is doing great. I mean, it's not its fault. We just didn't have the best matchup in the beginning here, and then the swaps and all that. So it put in work. As you can see, the thing is fantastic for sure. But sometimes you just get outplayed and lose. So on to the next battle here. Met with a Lapras. They're going to be swapping immediately. They do not want any of that. We're going to go ahead and go into our Charizard here. Now, I don't know. Maybe I could have went with the Escavalier, but I'm thinking I'd rather have Charizard matched up with the Gallade rather than the Lapras with Surf, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do here. And we're going to go ahead and let it go down, but we let that go through. It was just a Leaf Blade, not able to get to the Dragon Claw again. So let's see what we're going to do. I think we're going to go ahead and farm down with the Tangrowth here. Go ahead and shield this up. Close combat definitely would have hurt. They lowered their defense, making it that much easier for us to farm them down without them getting to another charge. Fantastic. They're going to be going with Charizard. Now all I need is 2 Rock Slides and I win. And I simply win this matchup here. So there's 1. We got their shield. There's no more shields left. They're locked in here. Going for another one. KO! Swap it right into that Escavalier when they go into that Lapras and they say, no bueno, I'm out of here. GG's. Alright, on to the next battle. We're going to be met with another Dragonite. Alright, let's see if this trainer decides to commit 2 shields. So, yeah, getting to that Rock Slide, they're going to be able to beat us to that Dragon Claw, unfortunately. So, it's kind of a shield burner situation for me, but that's alright. We did shield up that first one. They shielded up that one there. If we can get to a Rock Slide and actually connect it, I do believe it KOs. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let this go through. Again, kind of like the same scenario as last time, except they let it go. Alright, so my bad. It doesn't actually KO, but it brings it very low. So great. The Dragonite's low and no energy. And they're going to be swapping into their Machamp. Making that call at that very moment that it was going to be a Cross Chop and not a Rock Slide was super, super crucial to this battle here. And they're probably like, you got to be kidding me. Are you kidding me? So we called that, which was great. In comes Empoleon. And we do have Escavalier, as well as the Tangrowth to handle this. So we're just going to go actually Escavalier at this point. Yeah. I guess. Maybe I could have just went with the Tangrowth. So they're going to be swapping into Dragonite. And we do swap into our Tangrowth. They get off their energy here, which is great. That means we're going to be able to farm with the Escavalier. And we just need to get to 1 more drill run. If we can do that, we win this game because they have 1 shield and we're not going to be able to counter them down. So getting to 1 here, using that last shield, getting to 2, and Escavalier is going to be able to take the win for us here. And I know they were just on the cusp of getting that Hydro Cannon. I could tell you that right now. On to the next battle, we're met with a Machamp. So another interesting matchup here. I mean, going for Rock Slide is, gonna hope that they use a shield. So what we're going to do is just go for Vine Whip because, well, Rock Slide's not very effective to a fighting type. This is going to be doing a lot of damage. Let's see if they let it go through onto that regular Machamp, letting it go through. So at this point, we're definitely going to be shielding this up and farming down and just saving up our energy for whatever they do have back there. We're going to be winning switch priority and we have a bunch of energy stored up here. They're going to be bringing in that Snorlax, so we're just going to go ahead and hit that Power Whip here. It's going to do a nice chunk to that Snorlax. I have probably a good idea they're going to be farming us down, but we're able to get to a Rock Slide. So that's two charge moves onto that Snorlax, getting a shield out of them. That's great. They have energy stored up, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Superpower is going to do a good chunk to our Escavalier, as you can see here, but I'm fine with that. They swap into Venusaur. We go right into our Charizard, folks, and this team is looking pretty good for me. If you're looking at my score thinking, well, you're around, 24, what is it, 45 or so? I mean, is it really? Yeah, I'm testing out a bunch of stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you a little behind the scenes thing that I did last night, and that was actually going to be using Alakazam, Obstagoon, and something else. These are the kind of combinations that I like to test out to see if I can actually find success so I can bring you guys an awesome video. Alright, so yes, my score is tanking. No excuses. I'm just saying, when you're a content creator over here, you have to come up with some sort of fun ideas. I mean, the same team gets old over and over again. So we're up against the Snorlax here. This superpower is not going to KO. We're going to be able to just barely take this win here with the Drill Run onto that Snorlax. Fantastic. That's not the only time. Escavalier is going to be surviving with like 1 HP during these battles here. So we're met with a Ampharos. This is great for us here. They're going to be swapping immediately. We're going to go right into that Charizard when they're bringing in their own Escavalier. The thing just melts away to fire moves, especially the Fire Spin on Charizard because it is going to be Steel and Bug type. Stab on Charizard. In comes the Ampharos, so we're going to go straight for the Blast Burn here to get a shield. They decide to let it go through. Going to be going for this Dragon Claw. They have to shield this up unless they don't want to, or otherwise they would have just gotten KO'd and they would have wasted that energy. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with, let's see, Tangrowth, probably the better idea. Expecting a Focus Blast, so we're going to go ahead and use a shield and farm this thing down with loaded energy. They're going to be swapping as a matter of fact though, so we're going to go ahead and get off a Rock Slide. I think we're going to wait for them to get off a charge move too, and after they have done that, we're going to swap into our Escavalier and go into a battle with no energy on that Muck. So a good situation where they could have benefited from potential Fire Punch from the Community Day, but nobody's really going to vote for that. So we still have a shield left. Are we going to let this go through? I think we shield up this Dark Pulse. Yeah, want to preserve the health. Going to be farming up, not even extra. We're just going to go straight for the Drill Run here because the Ampharos is basically out, and just take it out with one counter and taking the win with the good old trusty Escavalier. On to the next battle. We're met with a Venusaur. Now this isn't good. Now since we have 2 counters, we can swap. We're fine doing that. Our Escavalier is going to be able to handle that later. They're going to be going into their Snorlax. Are going straight for the Blast Burn. They do decide to shield that up. Alright, that's fine. We've got a shield down, but we're actually going to go ahead and let this go through here. We're going to be able to get to, oh my goodness, I thought we were going to be able to get to another Blast Burn, so I guess we're shielding this up, and we're going to go straight for Blast Burn. This is not going to KO, but it is going to do a lot of damage. They committed 2 shields to that Snorlax. Okay, so I guess we're going to go in here with Escavalier. Let's do it. Now, the Tangrowth going up against Venusaur has to look out because, well, we don't have that poison type like Venusaur, and they're going to be able to hit us with that super effective Sludge Bomb, which is going to be doing a massive amount of damage to us. So we have Rock Slide at least. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and swap into our Tangrowth and catch this Ice Punch here. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Tangrowth is kind of tanky here, so we're going to go ahead and retaliate with the Power Whip, taking them out. Really don't have that much extra energy here, so let's see what we're going to be able to do. They're going back in here with the Snorlax. I think what we want to do is hit this immediately before they get off their energy and force the Venusaur to throw a charge move because they can't Vine when it puts down. It's not very effective, and we're going to be able to Rock Slide them out of existence before that even happens. They have no more shields, so they're going to be forced to throw probably just a Frenzy Plant. They don't need to go all the way for that Sludge Bomb, taking us out with that Frenzy. Going in here with the Escavalier. This is a close one, folks. What's it going to be? We're going to be able to shield this and take them out with Drill Run. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll be catching you all on my next video. Take care, trainers.